Good morning, y'all. Geezy here. Just getting the fire started in my pit. Gonna be smoking some lamb tonight. It's gonna be a long smoke, so it's gonna take a while. So I'm starting at 12 o'clock midnight. Alright, that's a good start. Got me some lump charcoal going. We'll let that catch while I prepare the meat. Back in a bit. Alright guys, we got two nice goat shoulders here. That's the front shoulders and the ribs. Got two of them going. Got the probes in them, ready to start cooking. Let's get that pit closed up. And we'll go check on that fire. Fire's going pretty good, but I do believe I'm going to add a little one more lump to it. Great, my air conditioner just kicked on. Now let's get some wood on there. We'll get some smaller pieces going first. That'll be enough to get some good smoke and get some good fire on there. And in case you're wondering, that's mesquite wood. That's my preferred choice of wood to smoke with. Notice how she's already putting out a good smoke. The most people like to use hickory or some kind of fruit wood. I'm from South Texas, where we grew up. We didn't have nothing but mesquite, so mesquite is what I grew up with and is what I prefer. So we'll let that get up to about 250 degrees. We'll adjust our dampeners and get the smoking process on. Let me get this closed up so we can start getting that smoke to the meat. Already coming out of the stack pretty good. That's smoking meat, y'all. We'll check on the meat here a little bit later on. We're almost up to 200. Get another probe in here to check this in. And we'll let that cook for a while. Be back in a bit. All right, guys. Welcome back. So now, since I'm doing that smoking that goat in my pit, I'm gonna be up all night. Figured I'd go ahead and dehydrate some bacon. We're gonna be going on a trip here pretty soon. So I need to get some snacks ready for the road. So this is another smoker that I have. It's an electric smoker, but I've converted it into a dehydrator and a biltong maker. I'll be making some biltong later on today. But for right now, I'm gonna smoke this, or I'm going to dehydrate this bacon. So this is my electric smoker. Yeah, she's kind of nasty, but you know, that's what happens when you smoke a lot of meat. This here is a master built, and I converted it into a dehydrator. I don't use it for smoking meat. So what I did is I added a fan to the top of it. You can see the fan going. It's a computer fan. I took the vent out and I attached the fan to it so that it's blowing air out. And then down here in the other vent, I took that vent out and I put a mesh over it so bugs can't get in. So this thing is completely sealed up. And I've got the bacon in there. And this is what controls the fan right here. I've got it on low. It doesn't have to be on very high. So let's get this thing turned on. Set the temp. Because it's bacon, I'm going to go to 165. All right, set the time. I'm going to go with 3 hours, and I'll check it then and see what I think. And if I like it, then I'll go ahead and pull it in. If not, I'll leave it in another hour and see how it does. All right, so it's going. It'll build up heat, and we'll have bacon before long. And I'm gonna tell you what, if you have not tried dried bacon, dehydrated bacon, you don't know what you're missing. And of course, here's a couple of my barn cats wanting to check it out, see if I dropped anything. Oh, their stomachs are gonna be growling, smelling that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go check the fire on my pit. I need to turn some lights off down here at the shop first. I'll leave that outdoor light on. Anyways, go check the fire on my pit, see how it's doing. Of course, I have my loyal escort, Ginger. Come here, baby. Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. All right, let's go check the fire on that pit. And it's a calm night out here. My windmill ain't even turning a bit. And that's not a decorative windmill, folks. That's actually a working windmill. Good, the air conditioner's on, so it's not blowing loud. All right, bit's a little hot, so let's close them dampeners down. Get those, oh, that's hot, that's hot. Get those shut down some. She's still rolling a good smoke. All right, I'll come back and check that in a little bit. We'll talk at you later. Okay, guys, this smoke is going a whole lot quicker than I thought it was going to. That meat's done enough to start wrapping, so I'm fixing to get it wrapped. Now, I normally use what we call pink paper. Some people call it butcher paper, but it's pink in color. And I usually prefer to use that to wrap, but because of the irregular shape of these shoulders, I'm going to use foil just because it'll be easier. So let me get those wrapped real quick. Okay, so everything's wrapped up good and tight. And for those that don't know about smoking meats, the point of getting something nice and tender on a slow smoke, you want to smoke 225, 250. But the point is you get the internal up to about 165, and then go ahead and wrap it, and then bring it up to 203, and that tenderizes it. What the wrapping does, well, the leaving it unwrapped in the beginning puts a good bark on it, gets a good smoke flavor into it. And then wrapping it, what that does is that helps steam the meat, keep the moisture inside, and bring it up to 203. It helps tenderize the whole thing, so it'll just be fall off the bone tender when it's done. And so that's wrapped. Time to close the pit back up. One of my probes is showing an internal of 170. Of course, the external right now is 82 because I don't have that probe in the deal, in the smoker. So that goes back in. And I've got another probe that I can only read from my phone. And since I'm filming, I can't read it right now. But so I'm showing a 170 internal on one of those pieces of meat. And the temp is coming back up. I got good coals, good fire. So she's a little warm. So closing those dampers down. Now, I'm gonna go check on the progress on my bacon. And of course, my ever-present watchdog, making sure the meat don't go nowhere. Not sure how long the bacon's been on, but I'm glad to say I've got my ever-present watch kitties. Hello. Hello, itty bitty. Yeah, we've got kittens. We've got kittens. Bunches of them. Yeah, I know. Well, we got the watch cats and the watch kittens, making sure that nothing happens to the bacon. So I gotta watch them, they're sneaky. So let's see. All right, I've still got an hour and 5 minutes wait on that. I'll check that bacon in an hour. And in the meantime, the kits have got it well in hand. I know. This here is one of our barn cats. Good little mouser. Keeps the rats out of our feed. No, I know. You're not getting any bacon. Sorry, kiddo. Ain't happening. Yeah, I know. All right, guys. We'll check back with you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, it's been almost an hour. Okay, so the bacon drippings are dripping down on the heater, causing some flames. Not a big deal. But the bacon is not ready yet. So we'll go another hour. I've got it set up for another hour, and we'll check back a little bit later. Now let's go check the temperature on our meats and see what's going on over there. I did pull some bacon off to eat. Sorry, I'm hungry. It's late and I got the munchies. That bacon is so good. Man, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful night out here tonight. Nice and cool too. What's the temperature out here? Let's see, it's about 68 degrees. Gorgeous. Not bad for a Texas summer night. Okay, so my temp at that end of the pit showing 256. Right here we're showing 225. This being a reverse flow, my major temps down here at this end, because the smoke comes, the heat and smoke comes up through the pit here. And then there's a divider plate in here, so the heat and smoke has to come under the meat, come up, and then back over to exit out the exhaust there. So the more accurate reading is going to be down here at this end, I believe, than down here at this end. Anyhow, I am going to, I've already adjusted the flues. I'll adjust this one a little bit more open. And my watchdog gets a little bacon for being so loyal. Let me check my fire. Yeah, I'm gonna add some logs to it. All right. Well, we will come back and check that later on. Everything's going good so far. All right, let's check our temps again. Probably time to check that bacon too. So, top side's getting a little low. Internals just a shade low. That one shoulder's getting pretty close to being done. This cook is going a lot faster than I thought it was going to. Oh yeah, I need to add some wood. So, get some small stuff here to get it caught. Try another piece. All right, small one's on. Put a big one on top of that. That'll be good for now. Get that smokestack up. All right, so give that some time. That ought to start building up. Let's go check on that bacon. I better grab my gloves. Might be a little toasty in there. That bacon's got to be getting close to being done. I done adjusted it for another hour. Last time I checked, it wasn't quite right yet. Well, so I don't know if you can see it, but this has been an all-night smoke. Got a crescent moon up there, and there's just a false dawn appearing on the sky there, so it won't be long. The sun will be coming up. I expected this smoke to go well into the morning. Meat doesn't have to be ready till around noon. So when it's done, it'll be going in an ice chest to rest for a while. Let's see where we at. Okay, so another hour's gone by. Let me check this bacon out. Okay. I'm liking the looks of that. Oh, be quiet. You're not getting any. Don't even think about it, cat. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Let me see if I can get, no. See if I can get one of these racks out and look at it. I'm liking that. You too, little one. Close that up. Yeah, you can't have none. No, you can't. All right. So I'm liking the looks of that. true, oh yeah. I can tell by the stiffness of it. Once that, yeah, the meat's nice and stiff. The fat's still pliable. So that tells me this is done. And of course I'll save a piece out, let it cool. And, you know, have to give it a taste test, but oh, good grief, I'm getting covered up in cats. They smell that bacon coming out. So, yeah, I'm gonna kill this thing. It's done. Yeah, I hear you. Some of these got a little overdone. The ones closer to the bottom, I think, but that's all right. They'll eat just fine. Kind of disappointed. I used right bacon on this. Wrights usually has very, very even cuts on their bacon, but you look at these, the ends on some of these came out thin, which is more like what Walmart does with their bacon. So I'm kind of disappointed in this batch of Wrights. But anyways, I did 3 pounds. That's 3 pounds of bacon in the package. Oh yeah, some of that. Yeah, that one got actually cooked instead of dried. But that's all right. It'll be fine for the trip, and they'll taste good. I think next time maybe reduce my heat a little bit and do more of a drying and less of a cooking. Just that, you know, everything I've read on it, everything I've seen always says do 165, you know, for bacterial reasons, but I think 160 or even 155 might be just fine for drying it out. The one's closest to the heat source came out looking just fine. All right, so I think that one that looks like it's more cooked, I'll keep that out and I'll eat that. Sorry, got the gloved hand in the way. Anyways, I'll keep that one out and eat it. You know, it's sacrifices we make as the cook. And then drop the glove here. Oh. So we'll take this bacon in the house. So yeah, I'll keep that one that's kind of overcooked. I'll keep it and eat it, and then I'll select another one, let it cool, and see what I think of it. And then the rest of them, they'll all get vacuum sealed later on. I'll do that today or tomorrow. And then that'll be ready for our trip. We're heading up to Colorado at the end of the month for about a week. And I still got some biltong to make. It's marinating right now. And I'll go ahead and start getting it prepped for the smoker here. So y'all stand by while I do that. Later. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will be glad and rejoice in it. Oh, Rambo, our little bottle baby, he's hungry. He wants his food now. It ain't time, buddy. You have to hold on. All right. So, the bacon's done. I've got it cooling. I'll bag it later. And so right now, I'm gonna get started on some biltong. Now, I'm not doing this in the traditional sense of biltong, so don't freak out on me and Tell me how wrong I am. I'm experimenting. I'm doing something a little different here. I've made traditional biltong. In biltong, you slice your meat a lot thicker. This I'm doing kind of like a biltong jerky. It's going to be a combination of South African biltong and American jerky. So with American jerky, you slice it 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch thick, and you heat dry it. You generally marinate it, you know, with some seasonings and sauces, and then you heat dry it. Okay, with traditional biltong, you marinate it in vinegar. In this case, I did 2 cups of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire, and 4 pounds of sliced beef. I used top round and London broil. They make great jerky. So anyhow, so you marinate the meat in that 2 cups of vinegar and 2 cups of apple cider vinegar and 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire. And then you take some whole coriander seed and some red pepper flakes, and you heat those up in a skillet, and you get the aromatics going in that, get the oils to come out of the coriander. Then you add coarse brown pepper and salt, and then grind it up in a grinder. I use a coffee bean grinder. Gets it real fine. All right. After soaking in the vinegar all night, then I pat it dry, and then I coat the meat in that spice mixture that I made up. Now that traditionally that would be the biltong method of doing it. The untraditional is slicing it this thin and doing more of a jerky. I'm going to add heat to it. If I let it air dry, you're supposed to let biltong air dry. If I let it air dry, it's going to take anywhere from 4 to 7 days to completely dry. Even with my setup with a fan and everything, it's going to take a long time to dry. So I'm going to heat dry it like jerky. So hence, I'm using a biltong method to make American jerky. So we'll see how it works out. I'm going to initially I'm going to do this a little different than my bacon. I'm going to set this one up at, on the temp, I'm just going to go to 150. We'll see how that works. And like I said, guys, it's an experiment. I've never done this one before. Set the time. I'm going to go with 5 hours on the time, just to start with. I'll come check the meat around 5 hours and we'll see how it looks. I done messed up. I'm goofy. All right, let's try it again. Set the temp. Set the time. All right. All right. So it's going. We'll check back in that about 4.5 to 5 hours, see what we think. Probably won't be enough, but we'll see. All right. So in the meantime, gotta go. Another one of my barn cats. That's a lion. And another one of the kittens. More kittens running around. I don't know how many kittens we got. I think 7. They're just all over the place. Anyhow, let me show you the goats. Look out a little bit. All the goats like playing on the tractor. Oh, there's Rambo. Rambo, it's not time to eat, bud. It's not time to eat. Sorry. Yeah, they love playing on the tractor. A lot of times the nannies will get up on top of the tractor. Rambo, say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. I don't want my bottle. I don't want to say hi. I want food. There's Lucy and her child right behind her. You met her, if you watch Carnivore Talk, you met her a while back. The little one, that's the little one. We had to hand raise that one too because she was born premature. Lucy tried. Lucy was a good mother. She was a good mama. But we had to teach the baby how to walk, how to stand, and how to nurse. Lucy likes her head scratched. Yes. Oh, that feels good. Yes, it does. Yeah. All right. Spotted one there. That's Bambi. I'm not sure what that one, who that one is there. Anyhow, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, why are you chewing on me? Why are you chewing on me? I'm not edible. Goofy goat. All right. What? I got no food for you. Go catch a rat. That's your job. Go get a rat, lion. In fact, why don't you go teach them youngins how to hunt? All right. Go check the meat. I guess I can turn that outside light off. Need to go check the meat on the smoker, see how it's doing. More cats, more kittens. Go catch mice, that's your job. All right, let's go check the meat, see what it's up to. It's getting mighty close. In fact, it's gonna be done way sooner than I thought. So I'll keep it wrapped, put it in a cooler, and give it a couple of hours to rest in the cooler, and then I'll take it out and debone the meat, slice it all up, get ready for today's cookout or get together. All right. Well, so 202, one more degree. Is that a degree important? Yes. I don't know why it is, but it is. No, really, it's important because we've got to get that meat just fall off the bone tender in 202 or 203. We'll get it there. So it won't be but a few more minutes and it'll be ready to go. And it is still very still, not a breeze blowing. A little bit of moisture on the ground from the dew. I'll tell you what, I wished I had a burn pile ready to go because today'd be a great day to burn. Anyhow, we'll talk at you later. Okay guys, the meat is in the cooler. We'll let that sit in there for several hours to rest, and then we'll carve it up. It's gonna be awful good, nice and tender. Catch you later. All right, boys and girls. Well, the biltong came out a little on the dry side. We had to go to my daughter's place to eat, and I tried to put this on for another 3 hours, and I'm afraid it came out a little on the dry side. But that's all right. I'll eat it. It's still meat. I don't care. So I'm terribly disappointed that I forgot the video carving up the goat. Sorry about that, but I got busy and totally lost track of what I was doing. So missed out on that, but it was good. It was tender. I'll get this biltong put up, and then tomorrow I'm going to make some regular jerky. We'll see y'all later. Bye.